This is a time to set intentions in your life to create something that's really good for you. Welcome to the Story of Spirit podcast, where practical spirituality meets real life. Hi, I'm your host, She Tells Story. I'm a psychic medium, grief support counselor, professional astrologer, and a human design reader, and of course, a law of attraction master coach. With my unique blend of spiritual and practical tools, I am here to help you align with your soul-led purpose and ignite a life that sets your soul on fire. In this podcast, we are going to explore the principles of energy, astrology, spirituality, and psychology to help you heal your grief and create an aligned life and business from the inside out. Whether you are looking to deepen your intuition, understand your cosmic design, or transform your business, this podcast is for you. Join me each week for insightful discussions, practical tips, and inspiring stories that will guide you on your journey to living your very best life. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at She Tells Story or wherever you listen to this podcast. Let's dive in and start this transformative journey together. Welcome to the Story of Spirit podcast. Welcome to the Astro forecast for the week of September 2nd through to the 8th. This is the first Astro forecast on the podcast and on YouTube. I'm so excited to share Astro wisdom on this platform because we are going to help you to live a better life using the astrology, flowing with the energy that is being present. And I hope you think of this Astro forecast as the weather. It's just a weather report. So you get to understand what the weather is going to be for that day. And I hope I help you to prepare for what to wear that day, right? That is what it is. You get to make the energy what you want it to be. You get to create your day. And as things are happening and swirling around you, you will have language, you will have understanding of why this is happening in the way that it is. So I hope it helps you to navigate life in an easier, more flowing, graceful way than just as everything is happening to you without the forecast. So we start out the week on Monday, September 2nd, in a fourth quarter phase of the moon, and the fourth quarter phase of the moon in Virgo. So this is a starting point, right? We're actually starting out on a new moon in Virgo on this day. This is a beginnings. This is a time to set intentions in your life to create something that's really good for you, for your health, for being more organized, for helping you to get goals accomplished in your life. Virgo energy is about health, healing, service, wanting to get you in motion, doing something that is in alignment with your goals. So this new moon is going to be happening at 11 degrees of Virgo at 9:56 Eastern Standard Time. And as you set an intention with regards to health, organization, or improving your daily routine, this is going to be a great time to start a new project that requires detail and focus for practical benefit of some kind. It encourages a clean slate in areas of your life that benefit from meticulous planning and self-improvement. So don't get caught up in perfectionism and overthinking and analysis paralysis, which is one of the downfalls of Virgo. You really want to allow yourself to be in the flow of what lights you up now. What is making you feel really good that makes you excited to start it? On Tuesday, September 3rd, we have Mars square to Neptune retrograde in Pisces, and Mars is in Gemini. So this square is a crisis or a challenge. And Mars square to Neptune can have a potential of confusion and a lack of clarity in actions and communications. So this aspect can make it really difficult to distinguish between reality and illusion, leading to possible misunderstandings. It's essential to stay grounded and avoid impulsive decisions driven by unrealistic expectations. So this energy can lead us to idealistic, idealism, or looking at people or keeping people on a pedestal and then falling off that pedestal today. You really are needing to be active in your listening and in your communication. This can act like a bit of a Mercury retrograde where things are just not very coordinated and you're not understanding where things are supposed to go or what you're supposed to do. And your actions can also be misunderstood by others. So today is not a great day to make a big move, a big power move. It's not a great day to have a big conversation or confrontation with someone because it can lead to misunderstanding. On Wednesday, September 4th, we have Mars in Gemini in conjunct to retrograde Pluto. So an in conjunct is a 150-degree angle, and it's a need for adjustment between two planets. So your motivation and your need for transformation and maybe even your issues with control can come up now. So this can be a feeling of being a little bit tense. There can be a tension between asserting yourself and your actions and force needed to do that. So this can create power struggles and people not kind of understanding your motivations. Like you can see a theme coming up here for the week, right? This is not a time to make big moves in any way because it can feel like you're coming on really strong with this energy. So it's important to kind of have strategic thinking and really plan out how you want to work things and where you want to go, and then how you want to use language to get across your need and how you want to work things. So being articulate is going to help you a lot if you have any plans in the works to go this week. Also on this day, Mars enters Cancer. Oof, this is going to bring us a lot of kindness and a lot of caring. But Mars doesn't really love to be in Cancer because Mars likes to be in action, and Cancer is very intuitive, nurturing, feely sign. And Mars is like, no, I don't want to feel it. I just want to go, you know? And this Cancer Mars is going to help us with emotional, nurturing, assertiveness, and actions driven by home and family concerns. So this transit encourages us to protect and nurture our personal space and loved ones. Emotional motivation becomes the driving force behind your actions, emphasizing the importance of emotional security. So, we're really going to be focusing on what makes us feel safe and where we feel good. On Saturday, September 7th, Mercury in Leo is square to Uranus in Taurus retrograde. So, Mercury is our mind, our thought processing, the way we think about things. It's just emotional, not emotion, mental processing. And it's also our coordination. It's the way we connect to people around us. And Uranus is change. It's upheaval. It's chaos. So when we have a square between these two planets, your agenda is going to go out the window today, right? If you have any big things you need to get done, and this is going to be in effect Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So if you have any big plans for this weekend, good luck. No, I'm just kidding. But really leave a lot of space for change. Leave a lot of space for ingenuity and exciting things to come in. This can be a lot of exciting experiences with, people that kind of cross your path without the thought or the planning that was going to happen. So this can be unconventional thinking and communication. So some really good ideas can come out. This is thinking outside the box, from a positive standpoint, but this can also be sudden disruptions in communications, sudden disruptions to your plans. There can feel like, because Mercury is in Leo, Leo likes to be acknowledged for their effort, and Uranus might disrupt that in some way. So it could bring to the surface something that needs to be healed about you being acknowledged and your voice being heard, right? So that could bring up some healing there. But on the more positive side, there's sudden insights and out kind of how to break free and cool ideas coming forward to break out of outdated patterns and thinking outside the box, as I mentioned. On Sunday, September 8th, we have two aspects. One is the Sun opposite Saturn, and Sun is in Virgo and Saturn is in Pisces, and it's retrograde. So this axis, the Sun represents our vitality, our identity, who we feel we are. And Virgo is about, again, meticulous planning, organized, discipline, not so much discipline, more so being of service, wanting to help people. And it's about detailed doing, right? Detailed action and a little bit of controlling perfectionist nature there, right? Saturn, on the other hand, is about responsibility, duty, structure. Are you doing the thing? And retrograde in Pisces is about removing guises to your spiritual goals. What did you come here to do? Your soul-led purpose. So where are you now holding yourself back from doing the thing you need to do because you're stuck in analysis paralysis? You're stuck in perfectionism. Every action you take must come from your heart, must come from your soul. If you're trying to think your way through everything, good luck with that, right? There's the way that you need to go, the path made clear is not going to come from your head. It's actually going to come from your heart and your intuition. So this is going to highlight a balance between practicality and idealism. This aspect can bring challenges, but also opportunities for grounding your dreams into reality. Yes, we need more of that. It's a time to confront limitations and work diligently towards integrating your ideals into practical plans. So this is going to help you bring practicality to all of those esoteric things, all the things that you've been thinking about. This energy is going to ground that in, but you've got to give it some space to do so, right? This opposition to Saturn can feel like your ideas and the things that you want to do can feel like they're constricted, right? You're like, well, I don't know how I'm going to do that. That can be a real question now. I don't know how I'm going to do that. And the clue here is to not do this by yourself, right? You can bring in people who know. You can talk to a coach, like you can talk to me. I'll help you bring your realities into reality. Bring your ideas into reality. That's going to be important. Practicality balanced with idealism. And then also on this day is Mercury in Leo in conjunct to Neptune. And we talked about in conjunct being a 150-degree angle, a need for adjustment between our mind, our thought processing, and our spiritual feeling nature. So this is very similar energy vibes to the Sun opposite Saturn, in that there is a lot of idealism that needs to be kind of brought into, like, what are we actually doing here? But this aspect makes things very confusing. And Mercury in conjunct to Neptune acts like a giant Mercury retrograde. So technology, communication, like this is just not the week to communicate big, bold moves or powerful ideas that can be misunderstood or misconstrued, right? So this in conjunct is going to cause potentials for misunderstandings, miscommunications, and there's a need for clarity in expression and careful listening to avoid confusion. Active listening is going to be really important, right? Tell me more about that. What I heard you say was, is this the steps that we have to do? Sending recaps to meetings is going to be really important. It's important to clarify your intentions and avoid misinterpretations. So, wishing you a wonderful week ahead. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next week. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Story of Spirit podcast. I hope you have found inspiration, support, and practical insights to help you align with your soul-led purpose and live a life that sets your soul on fire. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe to the podcast, leave a review, and share it with a friend. Your support helps us to reach more listeners and continues to provide valuable content. I sincerely appreciate every share, and I know it is how most people find me. It is because caring people like you have shared me with them at the right and perfect time. For more resources, insights, and to connect with our community, please visit us at www.shetellstory.com and follow us on Instagram at shetellstory. Remember, your journey to a more aligned and vibrant life is just the beginning, and I am here to support you every step of the way. Until next time, stay aligned, stay inspired, and keep shining your beautiful light. This is Shetell Story, signing off from the Story of Spirit podcast. Here's the legal ease that's required by our lawyers. This podcast and the YouTube channel represents the opinions of Shetell Story and her guests to the show. The content should not be taken as medical, psychological, or financial advice. This series is informational and entertainment purposes only. Because each person is so unique, please consult your healthcare professional, your mental health dream team, your financial advisor, or anyone else that's an expert in the field in where you are thinking of making big choices in your life.